Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel where we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best use it to move our life forward. But because this is the May monthly readings, we're going to work today with the energy of the sun, personal planets, Mercury, Mars, Venus, the Earth, and of course the moon, because we aren't going to leave out the moon. It is Moon Directed. So I was trying to get into your energy before I turned on the camera, and I saw you as like a king, peering out the castle below to the battlefield, and there was a war raging. And of course, the first thing I feel when I get into your energy is always like this clear-headedness, like it's boom, it's like so clear-headed. So you're thinking. And then I felt like this tightness in your throat chakra area. And I thought, okay, so you're looking at this battle, and I thought, what's going on? And then I realized you were trying to decide whether or not to engage in the battle. And because it's the throat chakra, I don't think there's an actual battle you're trying to decide whether or not, but I think it's, do you speak up? Do you say what you're thinking? Do you engage in the conversation that you want to have that you think will create a battle? Is kind of what I think. So, good luck with that decision. Let's see what the cards have to say. I do want to thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments in honor of that full moon in Libra, which was all about energy balance. I would ask you to please give me a thumbs up. I spend 25 to 30 hours a week doing these videos, and so all I'm asking from you is 1 second of your time in return, giving me a little thumbs up. And I also would like to encourage you to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising, because the answers that you are looking for, the guidance you need, what resonates with you might be found in a different video than this one. So make sure you check out all three and see what. Sometimes I get messages for myself, bits and pieces in the various parts, depending on what's going on. So, all right, let's see what we have for you. Oh, yeah, there's a battle. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, so, this looks like a battle. Somebody got stabbed really bad. Like, there was something that happened, and that was not good. And here's the Knight of Swords. And that's like standing in your castle, looking out over the battlefield, trying to decide whether or not to engage. That's exactly what that looks like. But here's the really good thing, is there's the Star card. There's a beacon, there's a light, there's something shining in the dark, and there's a gift. Oh, I'm so sorry, my hands are... I'm on pain relievers, and it just kind of... all right. Oral surgery went well, though, in case you're wondering. Okay, so that pearl, it's like the pearl of wisdom. I'm not sure which is shining brighter, the beacon of hope in the distance or the pearl of wisdom that comes from all the hard work and effort that you put in, right? And so it's kind of like both. So I don't like this Ten of Swords energy, so we're going to hide that. I don't want you to be focused on that, because what you focus on, that's what you create. So I want you to create something that's very irritating. It's like a piece of sand that gets into the oyster, right? And so then the oyster, because this thing is irritating, and it coats it and coats it and coats it with this mucus, and eventually it hardens and it becomes calcified into this pearl, which ends up being a gift. And so the lesson in that is that something that's really, really hard, something that it's hard, it's work, it's irritating, it's something you have to make decisions on a regular basis. It needs constant maintenance of protection. Ends up being truly a gift. Something of value comes from that. And so that is good news. Excuse me. It's your throat chakra is really stuck, and I'm having trouble talking. So I'm not sure if you're going to engage in the conversation or not. Let's just see what Spirit has to say as to whether or not you should hold your tongue and continue to coat the irritant to create the gift for later, or whether you should go in there and slice and dice. So let's just see what we get here. Usually with the Knight of Swords, you see them in action. This one is sitting there assessing the situation. I find that very interesting. All right, so wow, wow, wow. Okay, so we start out with the sun in Taurus, which is your 4th house of home. And it's there from April 20th to May 20th. And then at like 12:56 a.m. in the morning on the 21st, it moves into Gemini. And so that would be your 5th house of fun and romance and creativity. And so maybe if there's something at home, because I feel like the sand is in the oyster's home, right? So I feel like it's an irritant that's going on in your home. What do you do about it? But I feel like maybe if you hold your tongue and you wait it out when the sun moves into Gemini and it moves into House of Fun and Romance, there's a payoff. But let's just see what we get here. Okay, interesting. Wow. All right. So the star card is all about healing energies, and you have phenomenal healing energy. Okay, so these are affirmations, and you have 3. And I think whenever you listen to a reader, you should always kind of jot something down in your journal that you meditate and write on later. And so here's some affirmations that you can use for the month and things to think about. And it says healing. Phenomenal healing energy flows through every cell of my body. What you think about, you bring about. So when you put it in an affirmation of an I am kind of statement, then that's the reality you're creating. Phenomenal healing energy flows through every cell of my body. That's taking that irritating little piece of the grain of sand and turning it into a pearl. And then you have surrender. All is well, I surrender to my inner guidance. All is well, I surrender to my inner guidance. Let's see if I can get that to not be all. There you go. And so I kind of feel like maybe holding your tongue is the way to go. So far, anyway, looks that way, because then there's a breakthrough. I soar into limitless love, light, and joy. I think this is when you get to the 21st of May. I think there's a breakthrough that comes when that sun moves into Gemini. So that one is I soar into limitless love, light, and joy. I think you can really, maybe holding your tongue is the way to go, because the Knight of Swords is sitting there. It's more of a protecting the castle than attacking kind of situation. It's assessing whether or not there is an enemy afoot and needs to be addressed, or can I just sit here and watch and wait to see what happens. All right, so Mercury rules Gemini, which is a fellow air sign. And Mercury is finally direct and out of the shadow of its retrograde in Pisces, and it's in Aries, which is very comfortable for an air sign. And then it's moving really super fast, and it gets into Taurus on May 6th, so it moves quickly from your 3rd house of communication into your 4th house of home, and then 2 weeks later on May 21st, when that sun is on the move, so is Mercury, and it moves into Gemini. And so that's very comfortable for you over there in your 6th house of transformation. I'm sorry. In your 6th house of day-to-day. Oh, no. It's your 5th house of fun and romance. Nice. Oh, very nice. Yeah. May 21st could be a real banner day for you in the romance department. Just keep that in mind. So let's get a little guidance on that from, oh, that's too much. I'm not taking a book. Not doing it, not doing it, not doing it. I don't mind taking 2 or 3. I felt like 6. So you have courage and hope. Oh, just like the star card. Just like the star card. You have hope. It says, stay positive. The worst is behind you. The worst is behind you. So you can cover that up. We can feel free and good about covering that up. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. Look up to the light. Oops, this one. Look up to the light. So the hope from the star card, and also you have courage, which kind of looks like this guy, right? Oh, this guy. They're backwards for me, so sorry. You are safe. Okay? It looks like you're on guard. You are safe. Fear is an illusion. Stay strong and set strong boundaries. Beautiful card. It really is. So, have hope. There's a breakthrough coming. I think it comes toward the end of the month. I think it comes toward the end of the month for you. I think that whatever situation is in the home situation there has some sort of a positive breakthrough for you on the 21st of May and shortly thereafter. Okay, so I'm going to talk about Venus and Mars together because Venus is currently in Aries and moves into Taurus on May 15th. So from an air sign into an earth sign. And Mars is in Gemini. And so from a fire sign into an earth sign. And Mars is in Gemini and moves into Cancer on May 15th. So they are running in tandem. But they're running in tandem in very great communication because air and fire communicate really well together and earth and water communicate really well together. And so it's sort of like what your desire. Venus rules the sense of self-worth and self-esteem and your financial abundance. And so, and the beauty of relationship balance. And so what do you desire, right? Venus is about desires and Mars is about action. And because they're communicating so well this entire month, what you really want, what you really desire in these arenas can come, taking proper action steps are very possible. So let's see what Venus has to say about that. And Venus says unity. Old eyes can't handle this. You are spiritually connected to everyone through God. Use the sacred bond to heal your family, friends, and yourself. More on this healing. More of this breakthrough. More of this hope. More of this seeing the beacon of light. And so if that's what you're looking for is unity and connection and things running smoothly in the home and the family and in the romance areas of your life, this is where it happens. If it's a parent-child relationship, really good opportunity for it with this kind of energy. If it's, because children are 5th house too. And 4th house is mother. So mother to child, really definitely strong possibility for any kind of healing on issues there. So reach for the stars. This breakthrough right here looks like she's reaching for the star. And that oyster looks like it's reaching up to the star. It's reflecting the light of the star. Wow, I cannot understand why this light is so bad today. See if that helps. See if that helps. Oh, yeah. So much better. So much better. Okay. The sun is just starting to shine and it kind of threw everything off. So I'm working from the dark of the morning into the daylight. It's kind of nice. But I definitely won't be able to read anything now. It's just, When the doctor said, hey, when you're over 40, you're going to need reading glasses, I thought, why are you talking to me about that? And then I realized how old I was. Okay, so this is interesting. So here, this is, do I take a leap of faith? It looks like Spirit's guiding you. I think if you listen to your intuition, you will know what to do. I feel this is about paying attention to your intuition and not allowing someone to be the puppet master of your life. Like, look at this. This guy is pulling the strings. Who's pulling the strings in your life? Who's controlling the situation? Make sure that it's you co-creating with Spirit. So you pay attention to what Spirit's telling you. You make your decisions based on your intuition. You listen to that inner knowing, that higher voice to create the healing. And surrendering to the divine is, surrendering to that inner knowing and that guidance from the divine, from your spirit guides, from ancestors, from the angels. And so then these cards I chose from Mother Earth, well, actually they chose themselves because I was like, oh, what cards do I want to use? And then I saw this deck in my head and I thought, I don't even know for sure where it is. Okay. Shout out to my daughter, the Aquarian. We have Hazel. It's so funny because my sister also got this, and the three of us were in a little competition. We happened into a little trivia contest, and the one question we couldn't answer was about hazelnuts. But we dominated that competition, so it was okay. Though we did not know that filbert is the other name for hazelnuts, because there is a saint feast day on the days that they generally start to ripen and mature. And I thought that's just so funny. Okay, so hazel, all you Aquarians out there, be aware of dissipating your energy by being caught up in ideas and situations that have nothing to do with you. Oh my gosh, that's you standing there going, is this a battle I need to get into? Should you expend your energy on periphery issues that don't really have anything to do with you? Should you just stand there and let things happen around you? And so that was that decision-making process. So cool. It says decide where your mental and emotional boundaries lie, particularly when dealing with other people. So I think, not necessarily getting into every fight, being discerning about whether or not this is an issue you need to take up or not. This is very, very cool. That totally goes with the vision. It goes with the cards. It's what a nice reading that's all flowing together. And so then the moon. We have a new moon happening in Taurus on May 4th. Again, your house of home. And a full moon in Scorpio. A full moon in Scorpio, which would be in your 10th house of career. Yes. On May 18th. And I feel like that's about finding that work-life balance between the two of them. But let's just see what the overall energy and guidance from the moon is. And so one is father, one is mother. So if you're healing family issues, it could be between your father and your mother. Home and family, father and children, mother and children. I feel like this might be a real month for Aquarius to get some healing done. And they decide where their boundaries are, what battles are worth getting into, what is best if they stay out of it. Your commitment is being tested. And be bold and make the first move. Your commitment is being tested. And be bold and make the first move. Do you take the leap or not? Do you get involved or not? The first move may be to walk away from an argument. It doesn't have to be engaging in it. Standing there isn't moving. Moving toward or moving away, that's movement. It's very interesting. And I think you just need to decide. Discern for yourself. Sometimes it takes more courage to walk away from an argument than it does to engage in it. Sometimes the healing can't happen without a conversation. The conversation isn't an argument. And that was definitely a battle that was going on. And a pearl is definitely created through irritation. But irritation, when you learn how to manage it and handle it, that's a gift, right? And the light, the star of hope, is shining on the pearl of wisdom, which is nice too. So you have black obsidian, and here's some more mantras or affirmations to write down. It says, I pay attention to what is going on around me and within me. I am attentive. I pay attention to what's going on around me and within me. I am attentive. So that's definitely an awareness. That was that clear-headed thinking. That's that standing here, observing the situation. That's the light being shown. And then for your full moon, where, on May 18th, it says release negative thoughts. Maintain attention in the present moment. Yes. So your thoughts will totally control the situation. They always do. You create what you think about. You really do. And then you have tourmalated quartz. Wow. This is beautiful. It's got a lot of markings and kind of looks like marble. Kind of looks like marble to me. I am mindful of the energetic connections between others and myself. I automatically remove unhealthy cords of attachment. Do I engage or don't I? Do I remove myself from the situation? Look for things that are healthy. So, I am mindful of the energetic connections between myself and others. I automatically remove unhealthy cords of attachment. This is a month of you assessing where your boundaries are, whether or not to engage, and finding a way to create healthier situations for yourself and for others. Yes. So for the new moon, it's restore harmony and peace on all levels. That could be a new moon intention. All right. Aquarius. Another long reading. This monthly stuff, they're long. So I hope that was helpful to you. I will see you back here for the weeklies. I will see you back here for the new moon and the full moon. There is a breakthrough coming in some sort of a family relationship that's been tense. So you just need to decide when to engage and when to just kind of stay above the fray. All right? Okay. You take care, and we'll talk soon. Bye.